our first speaker is a man who needs no introduction.
That's true.
But we're going to give him one anyways.
That's true. Yeah.
Dave Yavano is the CEO of Impact.com and has been leading the business for the past 5 years. He's also the author of the book in your swag bag titled The Partnership Economy. He also co-hosts Impact.com's podcast, also titled The Partnership Economy.
We did that on purpose. That was intentional.
So, without further ado, let's give a very warm welcome to Dave Yavano.
Dave Yavano.
Welcome, everyone. Dave Yavano, CEO of Impact.com. We are pumped that you guys are here for our first in-person IPX event in 3 years. It's almost hard to believe. So we're coming out of this pandemic. It really feels that way. As they mentioned, we are streaming live around the world. We've got thousands of people that we're expecting to tune in today. We've got meetups happening throughout the US, throughout Europe, and APAC. So welcome, everyone. How great is this venue? Like, just looking outside, this is very calming. This is like the perfect setting for just really diving in. So looking forward to it with you guys. I wanted to kick us off today talking about the new star of the show in business. Finally, the customer, right? And I want to talk about how establishing trust with customers compared to interruptive tactics like advertising is driving both businesses as well as the entire partnership economy forward. Every so often, a game changer takes place that causes a fundamental shift in how things are thought about and are done in business. We've seen game changers in production methods, marketing strategies, and every time companies that see and embrace these changes really shape and benefit from the disruption. Companies that don't, they lose their competitive advantage. I believe that modern partnerships, and the reason that you guys are here today, are today's game changer. And that's because partnerships are at a point now where they are moving the needle for business. They're allowing enterprises to drive significant and sustainable growth in today's fast-changing, highly competitive, and consumer-led marketplace. And that's because people today are buying based on what others say. Now, I know it's early. I encourage you guys to take a sip of coffee here because I'm going to repeat that. People today are buying based on what others say. Did we lose the slides? Just give these guys a minute to get the slides back online. System reset. There we go. And they're not buying based on what you're telling them anymore, right? And can we really blame them? I want you guys to hang with me for a minute. I want to roll it back 100 years to when radio and then TV started actually in the same year, and think about what went on back then, right? We were all sitting around the same stations, we were all singing the same jingles, and we all ran out and bought the products that we were told to go buy. Half the time, the products didn't look like or work the way that they were advertised, right? And sometimes they were actually even harmful to us. But there were no other options. There was no way for people to fact-check company claims. And then about 30 years ago, the internet was born. And since then, information has started to become more and more accessible. And as consumers have gained access to this information, they've also been provided a lot more choice as well. This is, there's millions of digital storefronts that have been enabled by this digital revolution that we've been under. Adding fuel to the fire, about 10 years ago, people really started to kind of post their views on products, right? They were just expressing their passions, their interests, et cetera. And unsurprisingly, this garnered a lot of audience attention, right? Creators started gunning to be the first to review things in their area of expertise, whether it's gaming, technology, furniture, makeup, anything. And then when brands realized the influence that these creators had, naturally they started partnering with them to reach consumers. Big editors even caught on, right? And they realized that these influencers were onto something big, right? With authenticity at its core, the strategy was benefiting both consumers and businesses alike. And we saw this happen in real time. In 2016, we saw the New York Times acquire Wirecutter, a top product review site. Then again in 2017, CNN unveiled their e-commerce platform, CNN Underscored. It's a top guide for style, for tech, for health, for travel. And the prevalence of this commercial information couldn't have come at a better time, as we've simultaneously witnessed the implosion of digital advertising. It's been death by 1,000 cuts. Spam, pop-ups, takeover ads, intrusive retargeting. It's all led consumers feeling disrupted in their normal course of online behavior and frankly annoyed. Big tech hasn't helped matters either. They've agglomerated 90% of all digital ad dollars, and then what do? They clamp down with privacy updates that have eviscerated the ability to target, track, and measure ads. That is, unless you're inside their walled gardens, allowing them to do it with controlled supply that has significantly driven up ad rates. But the issue today with advertising is much deeper than the disruption that's been caused by big tech. Consumers feel that they've been lied to for 100 years, right? And it's no surprise that today, a whopping 96% of people don't trust advertising. It was time for consumers to take matters into their own hands and not make unilateral decisions anymore based on an ad or just talking to a salesperson. They want to do their own research and source real information about products that they're interested in. They want to source this information from creators, from publishers, from businesses that they trust. Pause here to think about your own shopping behavior. How do you go about buying a product or a service? Do you seek out reviews? Do you read articles that compare products? Do you find experts on YouTube or Instagram for recommendations? Do you search for deals? Of course you do, right? You've got a wealth of information at your fingertips. You're not going to make a blind purchase decision on your own, especially for a high consideration item. Before you buy something, you want to research it. You want to see people talk about it and show it, right? And really confirm and make sure that what the brand claimed and what you think is true. Innovative companies today know this, right? And they understand that partnerships are the best way to reach the modern buyer. Take Salesforce, for example. They're planning to onboard 250,000 new channel partners over the next 4 years. Or Microsoft, who's on an even faster run rate, who's onboarding 7,500 partners each month to hit their targets. And that's in addition to the 355,000 partners that they already have. And the majority of these partners are very different from the transactional partners that companies like Microsoft had years ago, where a retailer would stock shrink-wrap software and basically transact directly with the end consumer. Today, the trend is towards referral and content partners who are non-transactional. Referral partners will refer and recommend customers who will then transact directly with the end business. And then you've got content partners who are emerging, who focus on more consumer awareness, and they utilize a different set of engagement metrics with their content. And these types of partners are revolutionizing the channel. The growth of both referral and content partners has been organic, a result of all the trends that we just discussed, but technology has finally allowed this movement to scale, as partnership management platforms as well as service providers have allowed businesses and partners alike to thrive. Referral and content partners, they take many forms. They include creators, influencers, and brand ambassadors. They include leading media publishers, strategic business partners, as well as loyalty rewards partners. Each type has its own benefit and its own unique place in the partnership economy. And they fit perfectly in the modern consumer's journey because they don't just reflect today's consumer preferences and journeys, they were actually derived from them. From a business point of view, it should be obvious that working with referral partners helps to capture demand, enhance the customer experience. It enables innovation. It yields high ROI. It enables brands to reach new customers. And crucially, it helps to create a competitive advantage. And the proof is there. Mature companies who are working with these types of partnerships are seeing it contribute as much as 28% of their total revenue mix. That's real revenue. And as a channel, it's driving at least 50% growth, right? There's no other channel that is growing at this rate. And to really bring these partner types to life, I want to just touch on a few examples. When we talk about creators, influencers, brand ambassadors, you can think of it as the powerful new word-of-mouth play, right? It's kind of like your trusted friend or your neighbor, recommending a product, but at scale. Ilia Beauty, a clean beauty brand, uses influencers as a key component of their content strategy. Ilia focuses on micro-influencers to build authentic relationships with their followers and establish trust. Their audience loves seeing how their beauty products look on real people with real skin. Ilia also makes sure to include a diverse set of influencers, including creators like Chloe Wen, who we'll hear from later today, as well as mature ambassadors who showcase their products on mature skin. It's a big differentiating factor and it allows them to reach new audiences. Then we have leading media publishers who have taken the stage as consumer demand surges for commercial-based information. People are now aware that there's information out there about products and about companies, and they are actively seeking out this commerce content. What leading publishers have been doing in response to their decline in ad revenue is forming alliances with these companies to first understand the company and their products more deeply, and then they're creating unique commercial content for their audience. Readers enjoy this educational content as well as the discovery of new products, and it really helps brands reach qualified buyers who are in the mindset of exploring new options. It's truly a win-win. Take a look at the partnership here between Meredith and Caraway. Meredith, you may know, is a leading publishing brand. It includes Better Homes and Garden, Food and Wine. And then Caraway Home is a top non-toxic cookware brand. If Meredith were to review Caraway products, for example, with Food and Wine readers, it would carry a lot of weight, right? As the Food and Wine readers have a lot of trust with those editors. And that's exactly what they did, right? Meredith tested Caraway products, and they formed a genuine relationship with a brand, and this resulted in Food and Wine naming Caraway cookware set as the best non-toxic set in a brand comparison article. The next publisher type, or partner type, I should say, is strategic business partnerships. These brand-to-brand partnerships are a great way to reach consumers. They allow you to create an overlapping customer base at opportune moments. It effectively results in two businesses acting as one. There's a really great example here, right? Simple, but it's a great example. Wink and Sunbasket. These are both direct-to-consumer brands. Wink delivers wine, Sunbasket delivers meals. The partnership between these two is literally a no-brainer. And one of the reasons that it works so well is because of the access to touch points that both brands have, right? Both brands are sending packaged goods to consumers, and they're able to promote their partnership through box inserts. So here's an example of Wink. In their delivery boxes, they're encouraging their customers to sign up with Sunbasket. It's natural, it's easy, and it's highly likely that somebody who enjoys having wine shipped to their home would also enjoy having meals shipped to their home, and vice versa. I also want to highlight Canva and HubSpot here as a different kind of B2B partnership. This is a B2B SaaS partnership in the form of a software integration. Canva, a graphic design platform, and HubSpot, an inbound marketing platform, knew that a B2B software integration would help their customers save time and produce great work. Now there's a Canva button within the HubSpot platform that brings the Canva experience right into HubSpot, right? So HubSpot users can design banners, ads, social graphics, and publish directly into their marketing channels without ever having to switch platforms, right? It creates a better experience for HubSpot users, and Canva gets to capture new customers. Okay, the last partnership type that I want to highlight is with loyalty rewards partners. Coupon, cashback, and loyalty reward sites and apps allow you to reach new audiences and drive sales, and ultimately these partners incentivize engagement. Take a look at Ibotta. It's a mobile app and browser extension that allows users to get cash back on their purchases, right? Ranging from clothing, electronics, etc. They've got over 35 million loyalty subscribers to their app, and they have a very rich customer data set, right? And they have paid out almost $1 billion in cash rewards to their subscribers over the last 10 years. When retailer Kohl's was looking to engage with budget-friendly consumers, Ibotta was a natural choice to partner with. So when Ibotta users log into the app, if their subscription profile is a match, they're going to be presented with Kohl's content. With every redemption, Ibotta receives a commission, and Kohl's gains a new budget-conscious customer. What I hope is clear from these few examples and with the wide variety of ways in which you can engage your target customers through alliances with these publishers of commercial content is that the partnership economy is a huge opportunity. For a lot of business, it's still filled with a lot of untapped potential. Don't let your business lose its competitive advantage. If we look at the most mature companies today on the Impact.com platform, they follow at least 6 keys to success, which I'll just touch on here briefly. The first is that they've done the work to find compatible partners, right? The world of potential partners is huge, but it doesn't mean that every partner is a fit for your business. They pay attention to complementary business objectives, brand fit, competitor status, the potential for transparent collaboration, but also the desire to do so. The second key is that they ensure that their partners have similar or shared customers or audiences. Remember, placing the customer at the center of partnerships, it's not a nice to have, it's the primary purpose. Then we see them creating a desirable customer experience. And for me, this is the moment of truth for partnerships. These organizations know that partnerships are only successful when they create an experience that customers will find useful and enjoy. Ask yourselves, how can you delight shared customers in drawing an alliance with another business? The next key is crucial to determining your effectiveness of your partnership efforts. Companies with mature programs use actual partnership data to track and measure results as opposed to relying on assumptions or opinions. Fortunately, partnership management platforms like Impact.com can make this kind of tracking possible and accessible. Mature companies also realize that partnerships generate multiple benefits. Aside from the obvious benefit of what brought the two together in the first place, for businesses, these obviously include revenue, the ability to capture new customers, expansion into new markets. For partners, it includes special offers to share with their audiences, unique content, a better product experience, and for both, a positive brand association. Don't underestimate the value of this motivating value exchange that exists outside of your original partnership goals. And finally, these businesses follow a shared partnership success plan, right? Because even the most compatible partnerships need a plan of action to achieve their goals. Partnership plans outline what it takes to succeed, right? What each task consists of, milestones, roles and responsibilities, and expected timelines. And as a significant channel for revenue acquisition, these mature companies run their partnership teams internally just like they run their sales teams and their marketing teams, right? They've got targets, they've got goals and other go-to-market growth strategies. Now, if we take a step back and we look at the most common theme across all these programs, is that they don't revolve around asking, how can I get someone else to sell my products? Or how can I run a one-and-done coin-operated ad campaign? Instead, they ask, how can I be part of the information or the experience that my target customer is seeking? How can I be part of the information and not a disruptor of natural online behavior? Now, some of us are just getting started with partnerships, and I hope that by breaking it down piece by piece like this, you can see that it can actually be quite simple to take the first step, which is talk to your customers, right? Ask how they're hearing about you. Ask what other businesses they enjoy alongside yours, and then go talk to those people. Go talk to those businesses about potentially forming an alliance for them to refer you business. It's that easy. And for those of us who have already started, take the next step in deepening your relationships, adding technology to scale your efforts, and diversifying with new partner types. And just one last thought. We've gotten so lost in a very complicated digital marketing world that we've lost sight of the simple things. Namely, what have we done to the customer experience, right? This interruptive, disruptive, hyper-targeted advertising formula, it doesn't work anymore, and it's gotten too expensive. More importantly, it's not reaching customers where they are now. Customers today are engaged with the vast amount of commercial content that is now available to them. It's been created by a new era of publishing, product experiences, and trusted relationships. Forging alliances with these publishers, these creators, and businesses is the blue ocean opportunity for all of us in the partnership economy, and it's our chance to be more relevant in the daily lives of customers. You can learn more about this in your copy of the Partnership Economy that we've shared with you today, and by talking with more than 1,000 Impact.com team members who are here today in New York City, as well as streaming live around the world. I got to name off some of these locations because it's going to blow your mind. We're in Santa Barbara, Seattle, Columbus, Nashville, Cape Town, London, Berlin, Paris, Milan, Tel Aviv, Singapore, Sydney, Shanghai, and Tokyo. We are all excited about this opportunity to help you grow your business through partnerships. Thank you for being part of IPX22. I can't wait to get into the rest of the content and conversation.